Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good day. This is Juan Johnson coming to you live again from Lone Wolf Firearms, where we believe in basically there is a lone wolf in you. Uh, Today we're going to talk about what the description says: the 13 visible, the 13 visible parts of a revolver. 8 days ago we discussed the 15 visible parts of the semi automatic handgun. We're going to discuss the 13, and I may throw in two that's not so much visible, but they're in the description of the revolver. Before we go into the parts, let's first deal with some preliminaries. I need you to go to LWF, lwftraining.com. That's lwftraining.com and sign up for your what? Your firearms needs. You're going to see when you get there a big white wolf on the page. You can't miss it, okay? And you're going to see the services offered, which is Introduction to Basic Pistol Firearm 1. You will see also Maryland HQL, which is Handgun Qualification License, okay? Those are 4.5 hour classes, all right? You also see the Maryland Wear and Carry. Those are 16-hour classes. 8 hours on Friday, 8 hours on Saturday. You'll see the cost. You see private firearm instructor. You'll see tactical laser firearm training. And you'll see also where we assist in properly, I repeat, properly transferring your firearms from your house to the company for training purposes. So with that said, again, we're going to get together, my brother, the format information. Brother Linwood, I can't wait to get with you, brother, because I was just about to put out a clearing call for somebody who know how to monetize this whole social media piece, because I'm about to blow up, not just show up, I'm about to already blown up. Just need to put the pieces together. It's the pieces together. But you're one of those pieces, brother. We will talk. I promise you that. So I want you also to go to lwftraining.com, lwftraining.com. And then after that, I need to scroll on over to YouTube and become a subscriber to Lone Wolf Firearms. Again, when you see the logo, that's the company. There's many lone wolves out there. There's a Lone Wolf Firearms on social media, on YouTube. But when you go to YouTube and when you go to Instagram, I do have an Instagram account, and Twitter. When you see that wolf in the description, you will see that that's the company. With that said, let's get down to business. Again, last week we discussed the 15 visible parts of the firearm, of the semi-automatic handgun. Now we're going to discuss, yes, the revolver. The revolver. And we're having this discussion because many of you have the revolver in your presence. You got a gun in your house. You have a gun in a gun box, and you are afraid to touch it because you don't know what the hell you're touching. You don't know what you're looking at. You can't identify the parts. And this is why Lone Wolf is in existence today, to help you to at least be able to articulate what you see. In my hand right here is the revolver. Okay? It is not, I repeat, it is not loaded. Okay? It is unloaded, as you can see inside of that chamber. See that? It is unloaded. There are no bullets inside this gun. Also, you see me practicing the 4 or 3 handgun safety laws, which is you make sure when you come across the gun that you point it in a safe direction, which is you ain't pointing at nobody. Nothing would me accidentally shoot. Number 2, you treat every firearm like it's loaded. Okay? Because you don't know. When you come across a semi-automatic or revolver, treat it like it's loaded. Number 3, you make sure you do not put your finger on that trigger unless you are ready to take that shot. Okay? I'm going to add one. I'm going to add one. Okay? Know your target and what's beyond your target. Okay? Okay? So look here. Let's get into the teaching. With that said, there's 13 visible parts of the revolver. 13 visible parts. Okay? They are calling me. Who calls me now? Who calls me now? Let me put this thing on vibrate anyway. So I can't take the phone call. Would somebody please tell this person who's calling me that I'm in the middle of a Zoom session or a live session? Let me send a message to the caller first. No, let's keep going. I've wasted enough time. So look, let's start right now. Number one, it's not in any order, but your front sight. This is your front sight, family. This is your rear sight. Now, on some revolvers, you may not have a rear sight, but you're going to always have a front sight. Your front sight is right there, family. Number two, it's going to be your barrel. Barrel, okay? Your barrel. Your muzzle, okay? So you have the front sight, your rear sight, your barrel, your muzzle, okay? Right here, it's all going to be your frame. Your frame, okay? That's your frame right here. That's your frame, okay? Right here. Right here, your cylinder. Your cylinder, okay? Right here, it's your trigger guard. Right here is your trigger, okay? Right here is your hammer. That's your hammer, family. That's your hammer, okay? You got your back strap right here. You got your front strap right there. You got your grip. This is your grip right here, okay? All right? And I'm going to throw in two. So it's going to be more than 13. I'm throwing two. That right here is your cylinder release. Why is this called a cylinder release? Because when you press it inward, it exposes your cylinder. You see that? Okay. So this button right here is your cylinder release. This is your cylinder. Okay. Right here, this piece right here is your ejector port, ejector rod right here. So when the cartridges are inside the chamber, this is your chamber. Okay. So your bullets, aka your cartridges, go inside this chamber right here. This little piece right here, your ejector rod, it assists you in pushing out the shells. Okay? And then right here, see that right here? That's called your yoke. Your yoke. Your yoke is connected to the frame and the ejector rod. That's your yoke right there. So I gave y'all 15. I gave you 15. All right, let's do it again. Front sight, rear sight, barrel, muzzle, okay? Ejector rod, okay? Cylinder, your cylinder, okay? I mean your chamber. That's where the rounds go. That's your chamber, okay? This is your cylinder, spins. This is your cylinder release right here. Okay? Close this up, close the cylinder up, boom. Your frame. That's your frame. Trigger guard, okay? Trigger, okay? The hammer, your back strap, your grip, okay? Your front strap. And those are your 13. And I threw in 2. Your 13 plus 2 is 15 visible parts of the revolver. Simple as that. I need you to go over this video. If you have a gun at home, make sure the gun is safe. Because I think that if you're going to have a gun in your house, I need for you to visit your gun every day. Get familiar with your gun. Read the literature. Read the pamphlet. Read the instructions. How to clean your gun. How to operate your gun. Okay? Again, 13 visible parts of the revolver. And I threw in 2, which is what? The yoke, which will be right there, and that ejection rod right here. Do something. And that ejector rod right there. You see it? I don't want y'all to see my face. I want you to see this gun. Okay? Again, a lot of you guys, ladies and gentlemen, you have guns at home and you have no idea what you're looking at. All you see is a big piece of steel. You see like a big paperweight, because if you don't know what you're doing, it's just a paperweight to you. But when you know these parts, like I said, the back strap, front strap, grip, okay? The frame, cylinder, hammer, rear sight, front sight, muzzle, barrel, trigger guard, trigger, okay? And those are your 13 plus 2, your 15 visible parts of the revolver. I need you to go home and go and take that gun out that box, on that shelf, or in that closet, or in that safe. I want you to make sure you make it safe. So here it is. If you have a revolver at home and you've never used it, again, assume that it is loaded. A lot of people out there got some loaded guns in their houses. Okay? So in order for you to access this cylinder, you must take this button right here on your revolver, push it forward, and push that cylinder open. Push it forward, and the cylinder should pop out. And then you will be able to see whether or not that gun has some rounds in it. As you can see, this gun is empty. Okay? You have an empty gun. It's a safe gun. It's an empty gun. Once you realize that the gun is empty, you can use your ejector rod. Your ejector rod. You ain't got to touch the gun. You don't even have to touch the rounds. You can use this one button and it will push, it will pry, it will clean those rounds out of the chamber. Okay? And then you can close it back up and you will know your gun is safe. Okay? So those are the 15 visible parts of the revolver. And I just showed you how to make your revolver safe, or how to access the chamber in the cylinder. This button right here, that is your cylinder right there. Release, you push it forward, and it comes open. Okay? There you have it. It's that easy. So look, with that said, I need you to be serious about responsible gun ownership. I need you to be serious about learning your guns, whether it's a semi-automatic handgun whether it's a revolver, whether it's a shotgun, or whether it's a rifle. I need you to become very serious, just like you're serious about learning how to drive a car, learning how to tie a tie, learning how to cook a meal. Be serious about learning how to protect yourself and be responsible gun owners and gun users. This is not just a gun, okay? This is a beautiful piece of work, I must say. And this is a 38 Smith & Wesson. I mean that. All right, with that said, I'm going to bring this to an end. I'm not going to talk about nothing political, no current events. I'm going to keep this video straight with the visible 13 points and a through and two. With that said, go to Lone Wolf Firearms. Correction, go to lwftraining.com. lwftraining.com. I need you to sign up for some classes. You need to be in the class as soon as possible. I mean, very soon, very possible, and get this training out the way. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it right there. It's good to see so many beautiful faces. I see you, Linwood. I got my girl, old school Tracy from Sheriff Road in the house. What? I'm talking about Sheriff Road. That's my wolf now. I see the living landlord tenant specialist in the place, Carissa Spade. Y'all need to go to landlord tenant and support this woman's work. She's phenomenal. She's great at what she does. If I am the authority on the parts of these guns, whether it's a handgun or a revolver, Carissa Spade is the authority on landlord-tenant relationships. So look here, you got a problem, you need to holler at her. Matter of fact, she has a program she does, I think, on the weekdays, I think Wednesdays or Tuesdays in the evenings. If she wants to put her stuff in the description, she can. But again, my girl Chrissy's in the house. Again, I'm just glad you guys tuned in. Look here, I need y'all to go to the YouTube, become subscribers. Again, I am about to build a machine as far as a social media platform probably never seen before. It's going to hit Twitter. It's going to hit Instagram. It's going to hit YouTube, Facebook, and beyond. So I need you to get on board because I know folks they're not doing this like this. I tell folks this: if you're not number one in your profession, be different. And everybody on this line, under the sound of my voice, you're different. So if you can't be number one, be different. With that said, enjoy those 13 visible signs of the revolver, and I threw into you say, I get a notification when you go live. That's what's up. Make sure y'all get that notification when I go live. I think I'm kind of shadow banned because some of these platforms are not used to black men talking about guns. And if you see them, they're out there just shooting up everything. They looking all crazy. They dressed like the Black Panther Party, and it's a lot of negative images. So I'm trying to, again, make the gun thing look sexy again. You know what I'm saying? Grown and sexy. You know what I'm saying? Make it look real sexy, right? You know what I'm saying? Make it a daily conversation. When you're at your house, when you're eating dinner, you want to be talking about, yeah, I bought that Smith & Wesson. What? I got that Glock. What? Man, I got that Colt 45. Okay? Then we talk about rifles and shotguns. I got that Mossberg. What? That's how we have to. That's how I'm trying to reintroduce back to our people the gun piece, especially the younger generation. So you youngins, hit up Lone Wolf. Hit Lone Wolf up. Hit the Lone Wolf up. With that said, not going to hold you. Enjoy your day. I may come back maybe 2 more times today, and I may just deal with some current events. But if I do, you know we're going to discuss some of that gun piece. We're going to talk about that gun. And then we can talk about some current events. As a matter of fact, I may just come back and talk about that school shooting just because I can. Yeah. And that Biden and them Democrats and them bills. I ain't saying no more. Look here. Thank you for tuning in. Always remember this. It's not how much you know, it's how much you care. And guess what? There is a lone wolf in you. I'll see you soon. I'm out.